Hi there, welcome. SVPod, Stanford Steve in the building. Red is here someplace. Wandering about. Whining.
Hungry?
Red, stop complaining. I don't think you're fat, but people think you are. Word of thanks to everybody out there. Our guy Jack tells us September was like the best month that the pod had. Then October was better than October was better than September. And November was better than October. So thank you. Yeah. Thank you for the effort. You're out there humping it all over God's green earth, dragging around the kit with you, coming back here with frostbitten butt cheeks.
I think we avoided the frostbite. It's big. I don't know about you, though. Because you don't want to wear clothes. You're like a European when we go out in the cold.
Ciao. I just forget that shirt layer.
How do you forget? Do you ever think about how cold you are?
Yeah, I did yesterday when I just sat there thinking, probably going to get sick. It was cold, man. New England was cold, and I wore a long john layer on the lower deck, but not the upper deck. How much would
How about MacGruber?
Magruba?
Upper decker.
Upper decker. It was cold.
All right, I got a proposition.
All right.
Let's scrap the suit.
Okay.
All right. You could find a nice heavy, you got some corduroys back in the day?
Sure.
Get some cords, get some long john, get some cords, get a good undergarment. You got more Under Armour gear than anyone in the world. A good sweater, quarter zip, whatever, and then a good coat. And you're good to go. The shirt and tie can go. We don't need to see it in Pittsburgh. We know your style. Now let's see your winter style.
See what
Warmth.
I can do. I'll see what I can do on that. I feel like, hey, bud. I feel like many layers would probably be the play for Pittsburgh.
Yeah. And you got to find a hat you could wear on the air.
I wear it in the breaks. Why? Just wear the hat. No one cares. I agree. I'll tell you what happened. Last year in Kansas City, I went for warmth. But then I saw like shots of me and I looked a mess.
Okay.
It's a fair point.
You care about the narrative.
A decent argument could be made that I look a mess even in my finest studio gear with a new suit on. I mean, I get it.
I'm just saying, when it's 22 degrees, it's not the time to show off how great your suit is. We know you have the collection.
Understood.
All right? I'm thinking about you. Be selfish.
Thanks, pal.
That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I see sometimes, like, I saw Tirico this week went quarters up. I see Herbie will go with different, this layer, that layer, the other layer.
That's whatever Uncle Al says.
I think Herbie could sweat in Antarctica.
Scott, we were in Texas Tech. It was probably 30-something degrees. Like the sun's coming up. We're in Central Time.
Yeah.
They go over to, Coach has got gloves on. Dez is wrapped up, scarf. Reese got a coat on. I got a coat. And they go off the desk to, like, go talk to McGuire and have their interview. So, like, I'll walk up around the desk, say what's up to the camera guys. And I usually take a stroll behind there, make sure they didn't forget anything. His freaking air conditioner was on. It was 34 degrees.
I don't know him versus Steve Levy. This is very
those are one seeds.
This is very inside the beltway. But Steve Levy, he sweats like an animal. You walk into the studio and it could snow, and Levy be like, "Hey, can we turn the air conditioning down here?" And Herbie's also similar sweat situation.
You know our guy Kinley that does the security and goes around. We're on the sidelines last week at Ann Arbor, and I said, if that plane could turn up to 100, you're going to do it, right? And he's just sitting there going, oh, we're going to test that heat. He's like, I swear to God, for the beginning of the season, we could have hung meat in that plane.
Everybody's got their own things, right? Some people run hot. Some people, I was cold on Monday night, needed to wear the undergarment underneath. Didn't, forgot. Pittsburgh, I will remember.
Come on.
All right.
Just try.
I make that vow. You mentioned Coach McGuire, by the way. Congrats to him. Got a new deal.
Somebody else too.
Well, everyone's getting deals. Yeah. Everybody's getting deals. Kalani Sitake got his money right.
Yeah. That wasn't going to happen, was it?
I don't know. But the dude that's the crumble cookie guy is a BYU guy, and then he just took it to social media and is like, we're not letting this happen.
Those jokes are funny.
I mean, everybody's got. Why does everybody get everyone else is allowed to have big money boosters to keep their folks around, but BYU can't?
Yeah.
It's pretty evident they got some funds at that university. Funds. Deep pockets. They didn't want their guy to go to Penn State. That's a stunning scenario that it's signing day. Today. All their recruits are going to Virginia Tech. I don't know how to say this without having it come off as being offensive, and I don't want it to. Because what James lives in that social space well, does it well. And all the stuff that used to be hashtag we are 107 strong, this and that. It's like a younger person in a relationship. You get a new girlfriend, you just do the same exact stuff with your new girl. So now it's welcome home, welcome to the Berg, and he's just doing it there. And he's taken all your people that used to be hashtag we are better, 107 strong. Now it's just welcome home, welcome to the Berg, and all of them are going there. And your recruits that were coming to Happy Valley are now going to Blacksburg. Your recruiting class is like 138th or something. You have no coach, and it's amazing to me that that's a situation where they find themselves.
I even thought I saw a hashtag Virginia's best stay in Virginia.
Well, yeah, I mean, Maryland's tries to say, the best in Maryland stay in Maryland, so now they're saying the best in Virginia. I'm not saying that they stole it because it doesn't belong to anybody.
Check the tape. You could always find out.
Check the tape.
That's all. No,
they don't have a coach, Steve.
And the other thing, too, is these recruits that he's just getting because Penn State doesn't have a coach, he hasn't even gotten to his recruiting bag yet. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, hey, do you really want, like, we got it here. They don't have a coach. Like, he is, of all the things, that's what he does. He can, I remember sitting with him, I think it was at a bowl game, and he was going through guys that went to other schools that he lost out, 4 or 5 stars. He can name a high school of a player in a second. Everyone. The guy is as dialed in a recruiter as there is, and that's what I'm saying. He's not even in his bag yet.
No, but this is I'm scrambling because I just got here, and it's self-preservation mode. I can go to the guys that were going to come with me there, bring the guys I really like here, just to create a bit of a groundwork. And you're right. And then once you really know the lay of the land. But, I mean, he's recruited the Tidewater, 757. I mean, that's a spot that he's really familiar with already. We said this before. He'll thrive there. But this is a conversation you and I are having on the plane about Penn State, that you find out the way you find out if you're a free agent in sports, what your market is. The market tells you what your value is. And LSU believes, rightfully, this is what we are. We could steal a coach from a school that's in the playoff. That's what we can do. Well, Penn State, I'm certain, looks in the mirror and sees one of the best-looking programs in college football, a top 5 job. I'm sure that's what they think. And now here you are, and the cycle you were early in line. People that got in line after you are in the club. You're still standing there. And their folks are furious at their AD, Pat Kraft. And I don't know if Sitake was going to go there. There are plenty of Penn State people. And again, social media, you always got to frame it that it's just the loudest, angriest people being the worst versions of themselves. But that fan base didn't seem thrilled with the idea that this, who's this guy? It was a Kelly to LSU fit in a way that's like, he's not from here. Does he get what we are? And he seems like he's in a great place for him already.
Oh, yeah.
He stayed where he should have, in my opinion. Like, that's the perfect setup for you. You can thrive there, and your school's thriving. Speaking of Sataki and BYU. But then you don't get him, and then you're like, oh, shit, now what? It's an amazing scenario that they're where they are. Because they might not be what they think they are, but they're still a monster program with monster resources. And it should be awfully telling to people that aren't as good as Penn State are. When you think you're going to be able to just go out there and grab who you want, buddy, you better have a deal in the drawer. Mm-hmm. It's wild.
It's crazy.
Really, really, really wild.
No, and then, just from a perception deal, like, to your point, LSU gets a guy to leave, but everybody has their rivals, but Ole Miss is really on this one where we are as good as LSU, whatever. I'm not trying to get involved in that at all.
Understood.
But it makes you wonder when everybody talks about best jobs in the sport, whatever. Like, I would think if it was a top 5 job, somebody would crawl there. And I'm talking about big names.
Penn State.
Yeah.
100% agree.
So
I'm just stunned because whatever it isn't, when you say we are, I think you are a great job. A great job. But you are screwed right now for this particular cycle. At least as it relates to high school recruits. Whoever shows up, you guys are just going to run through that money and go portal, and you're going to end up bringing in 50 or 60 guys. What you're going to, whoever it is going to have to do.
Yeah, they're going to. They opened up the checkbook last year. Wait till this one,
right?
You got to put guys in jersey numbers.
It's so true.
So the other one I looked at too is I saw Pat Fitzgerald.
He got introduced last night at a Michigan State win over Iowa. Great night of college hoops last night.
Get to that
high level.
He's going to be like the lowest paid Big Ten coach. But speaking of big bags of money in Michigan State, we know the man that's bought the Suns and has been so generous with his money. I wonder if now Fitzgerald was in a weird situation, had the court deal, got cleared, got paid from Northwestern. I think that's one of those typical stories that never gets covered at the end as it did at the beginning.
Covered at 100-mile-an-hour fastballs at the beginning about
60 minutes,
about the
whole
scandal.
Thing.
Yeah. Then it goes away, and it's like, oh yeah, it's like a bottom line. And yeah, he got cleared.
But I do wonder with him saying, "Give me this because we need that,"
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. Penn State's. I hope Santa brings Penn State fans a head coach before Christmas.
Well, that'll happen.
I hope so.
But it ain't going to happen before signing day because that's now.
And it's nowhere near as bad as when Bill O'Brien took it.
Well,
what that man did for that university, I'll never forget. And again, you're going to have to swallow some pride initially because it's not going to be that splash. Everybody talked about the splash. It's not going to be that. But you are a school that has infectious school spirit and support in getting behind your teams. This is where you got to, swallow a little bit and trust the deal that guys that are making decisions and ladies, and you roll with it. So
that's not what I expected. But it's why, how many times have you heard me say, when you're going to make a move, you better be certain that you can improve your situation. You better know that you're going to do better than you were. And maybe they will. Maybe they will. There's no saying that they won't. You don't have to get everything done immediately. It's just the perception of the moment of getting in line early, still being in line, and how angry your fan base. They were furious before because they were out on James. Now they're out on Kraft because they don't have a coach. It's just not what I expected. I expected Penn State to be in the playoff when the season started. So did you. They're not.
No.
We're down to the penultimate.
What is that word? Where did it come from?
Second to last.
Oh, okay.
I always feel like Russillo would always go penultimate. He would always be, you'd always say it English. We're getting
But it's an adjective.
No, it's the penultimate. Is give me. I don't need origin spelling bees. Give me what it means. I just said it's the second to last. What does penultimate mean? Penultimate means it's the last one in a series, the second to the last. That's what I said, right? Why is it so upsetting to you? Penultimate.
Because of the waste of words at the beginning. Last, but in a series of things, second to last.
Which is what I said.
So it's two different things.
It's the second to last. The last one comes this weekend, Sunday.
So is this week penultimate?
Yes. It's week. We had week 0.
No, but if it's in a series, it was last week.
I don't fucking know, dude. It's the second to last ranking.
Week 0, week penultimate.
There you go. It's week penultimate.
Maybe.
Allegedly. I just want to read a tweet from one of my favorite people. Speaking of Russillo, was it Russillo or me that used to do, we used to do the Feldman when we would do Feldman?
Oh, you.
I think we both used
Both.
We both used to do. Yeah, we're going to have Feldman on. Bruce Feldman, who's excellent covering the sport. One of my favorite people covering the sport. Last night, I had to check to see, was it really him? His tweet.
With the F word?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It might have been a response or a reply.
Hold, please. I don't know if he deleted it. I don't see it anymore.
Oh.
Well, I think he said it.
Want me to call him?
No, we don't need to call him. I just didn't want to get got the way you get got with a tweet that isn't the tweet. It was a reply to Kevin Clark.
Hmm.
This is all so fucking stupid. They just keep making it up as they go along. It's like the college football committee is going out of its way to show that the sport's run by morons. This is all so fucking stupid. They just keep making it up as they go along. It's like the college football committee is going out of its way to show the sport is run by morons. This is one of the most respected voices in the sport. A reasonable, measured, not a hot take guy, not a guy to say stuff. That was his reaction to the college football playoff rankings penultimate on Tuesday. Assess.
Where did Bruce go to college? Where did Kevin Clark go to college?
We're throwing up to you.
I'm just saying.
All politics are local.
I'm just saying.
Listen.
It's amazing. This committee, you're not helping yourself. You haven't.
Oh, God.
And when you go back, Scott, and I think there's going to be conversations about not releasing them.
Everyone bitches about the content and how it's useless and stupid. And they sit there like Red at 6 o'clock waiting because he knows it's dinner time. They just sit there drooling like Pavlov's dog, waiting for Reese and company to go through it and then to be pissed off and say how stupid it is. You gotta do better with the messaging, or maybe, and I know no one wants to hear this, but I believe it to be true. Maybe it's just really hard to do and hard to articulate.
It is.
Because when we used to do the rankings for the radio show, like Russillo and I would put out rankings, and we would joke about it, but it wasn't a joke. It's just hard to figure out. It's hard to figure out who belongs, especially the back end. Because how do we differentiate between this one and that one? And then you just end up with everyone pissed off. We used to have 2 teams at the end of it. 2. I was hosting SportsCenter. This is 15 years ago. It's Saturday night, penultimate week. And Scott, Pete Carroll's on the phone. Sure he is. It was Pete Carroll.
Was it?
Yes.
Because.
Wait. After that, Scott, Nick Saban's on the phone. Is it? Yes. Then Jim Tressel's on the phone. Thankfully, we didn't put Jim Tressel on because it was one of those Howard Stern Baba Booey guys. That's happened to me too. It's a true story.
I know.
I got Baba Booey. And the guy I think the guy's name
Did you get suspended for that?
No.
Okay.
No, there was like a rumor. Why would I get suspended? Because somebody behind the scenes fucked up.
Yeah, and we can't give those names.
You know who you are.
You know.
Wasn't me. You think I said, hey, put the Baba Booey guy on TV? Why are we talking to fake Brian Westbrook live on television? It really wasn't.
Patch him through.
Hey, Howard Stern's butt cheeks, prostate, whatever. And then that guy, the crank call guy, called my phone at ESPN and left me a note, left me a message to say, hey, man, I heard you're actually a really good dude. I'm sorry. It's not your fault. And I'm thinking, no shit, it's not my fault. Don't feel bad? I don't feel bad. You crank call people. And you're good at it. But it wasn't me you fooled. It was some other bozo. Thanks.
Like you're Mike and the Mad Dog. Yeah, Johnny on line 7. Click.
Hey, we got Freddie and Munaki. What do you got, Freddie? Oh, that's a Howard Stern guy with a butt cheeks. What was I talking about? Oh, it was fake Jim Tressel, who I think might have been the Baba Booey guy.
How mad were you?
When I got cranked? I just said, well, that wasn't supposed to happen. We're all going to be on YouTube. I mean, after the show, I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Come on, man. Jesus Christ. Figure it out.
Did anybody ever apologize?
Not really.
Wow. You know what?
If anyone's supposed to get suspended or fired, it's the person that allowed that whole thing to happen. Because, you know what? It was long ago.
Imagine if it was with social media.
Oh, it would have been quite something.
You would have.
But there was a lot going on that week. I think that was the week I said fuck on the air because I thought we had gone to break.
And you stole from the calf.
Not true.
Not true at all. Was that at Sports Center when I had the spiral staircase behind the desk? Remember that?
Yeah, we looked like we're in a Star Trek. We were on the Star Trek like space Star Wars bar,
like in the vehicle.
And that was a weird set. Anyway, this was all to say it was a weird time. Coaches, real and fake, were calling Sports Center to lobby why they should be one of the 2 teams in the playoff. Then it goes to 4, which is better. And I said this to Reese the other night. Now it's 12, and this is year 2 of this, and everyone's pissed off. Diego Pavia's on social media asking the president to make it a bigger field. Diego, that isn't how it works. I'm sorry. But I do want to say to Vanderbilt, let's just start there. This just proves on the back end how hard it is. Juracek says last night, yeah, they're having a wonderful year, but they just don't have a signature win. They don't? Well, I mean, they don't have a ranked win. They don't? Why don't they? Because they went to the team that was 19 last week in your ranking and beat the shit out of them, sorry, Jack, at their place. Way worse than Oklahoma beat them. But now it's not a signature win for Vanderbilt? Well, why isn't it? Because they beat them so bad that they fell out of the rankings. That doesn't make any sense. Look at Vanderbilt's resume relative to Texas, who's out there crying about we're not going to play Ohio State anymore. Do you miss the fact that you lost to Florida? You did that. That has nothing to do with Ohio State.
Yeah, but if they didn't play Ohio State, they would have played our friends maybe at East Texas A&M, and that's a win because all they're doing is counting losses.
I understand that, but their loss, then you would focus on, they got beat badly by Florida.
Had a throw to win the game.
Pardon me?
Had a guy wide open.
Would have been to tie the game. They were down 8.
They were?
29-21.
Tied the game.
Well, I mean, just look relative to, we just ignore the 2-week stretch, and I know how badly you felt that they had to go to the rough and tumble Lexington and Starkville where they needed a miracle to win in Starkville. We just ignore that they barely won those games, but they won those games.
Mm-hmm.
They won those games. Just compare the wins and losses. I don't know. Vanderbilt's compare fairly well. Yeah, but they beat Vanderbilt by 3. Oh, so that would matter there, but it doesn't matter for Notre Dame and Miami. Or does it? Did the committee set things up now?
There's no way they're moving.
How does Miami not benefit from beating the crap out of Pittsburgh, who was in your rankings, but Alabama moves up because they beat Auburn? I know Auburn is haunted. I know it's a rivalry game. I also know that they figure out ways to lose games over and over and over this year. Bama moves up because they survive a 5-7 team. Miami beats the shit out of Pittsburgh, who was in the rankings 2 weeks ago. Nothing. Okay. The way they set it up, it seems like it allows the BYU-Texas Tech game to be a play-in game for BYU. If they win it, Texas Tech will still be in if they lose it. And then you'd have Alabama. Depends on what they do with Georgia, as long as they don't get destroyed. And then you'd have Notre Dame and Miami theoretically side by side. And then, according to the chairman of the committee, it's easier to compare them when they're side by side in the rankings. That's the Feldman thing about, they're just making it up as they go. You got issues with any of this or no?
Oh, I actually haven't. I don't think A&M should be behind Ole Miss. They've been very reactionary, and I know no one wants to hear it because of what conference they play in, but we saw that with Bama losing a game they had total game control over to Oklahoma, and they dropped them 6 spots. That was the first off. But I'll go back even further. Where they really screwed up was in the original rankings, having Miami all the way down at 18 because they had lost 2 of 3. They're way too recency bias, reactionary, whatever you want to call it. The idea that A&M drops that far after that loss in the season they just had, and you could pick apart their opponents, I don't care. But they were one of the 3 last undefeated teams in the country. And they lost on the road. And that's 6 spots? Or 4 spots?
I don't know.
I've said numerous people are getting feelings hurt.
Yeah. Not the SEC, though. We got a whole bunch of teams in there.
I think the committee likes the Big 12. When you go scroll down, I look at what you have in there, Arizona. 7 spots. It's obvious they're like, they finished 9-3. Let's put them. They weren't even in, right? Or they were 25. Convenient that North Texas and JMU are in there. SC hasn't moved. Losing last week and then barely beating UCLA. Yeah. So
I don't know. I know it's hard to do.
We can't say that's why they play the games anymore, though.
Hey, Red. Well, no, not if Notre Dame and Miami can play and you beat them. I don't want to hear it's a data point. It's not a data point. It is the data point.
Yeah.
It is the data point. We use comparative math and scheduled strength when we have an absence of anything to compare. I remember flying on a plane next to some guy, and it was an Oklahoma guy, and we were arguing about Texas Tech. This is when it was like 2.
Oh, wait.
Right?
3 Big 12. Tech beat Texas. Texas beat Oklahoma. Oklahoma beat Texas Tech.
And then who ended up in the title game?
Oklahoma.
And who'd they play?
Florida.
And what happened?
Florida won.
By how many?
7 or 10?
But they beat him.
Yeah.
And I remember flying next to a guy, and he was an OU guy, and he was very, very adamant about all this comparative whatever. And I was like, we had exchanged emails. And like, it didn't matter when they actually played any of that other bullshit that you talked to me about. Because you find out when you play each other. That's the only way you find anything out. And Notre Dame and Miami played. And I like Notre Dame. We've covered this for months. But they played and they lost. And they played and they won. And now they're going to get down to the end, and it's going to be very similar. And the fact that they played and won, if it doesn't matter, then it doesn't matter. And that's why I don't want to hear Texas crying about, well, we shouldn't have played Ohio State. That's not nearly the same as we actually played an aggressive out-of-conference team, and we beat them, and it didn't matter. That's so much worse than the Texas situation. So much worse, if that's what comes to pass.
Yeah, because what Texas is really doing is saying we had a close loss to the number one team. And it started with the 4. When we went to 4, it was about the best teams, right? We want the best teams. That's all we heard about, the best teams, criteria, whatever, blah, 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 best teams. We go back to that TCU-Baylor instance. Where
sure, and what happened? What
neither
happened?
Got in. Ohio State jumped them at the end because that was convenient and left the Big 12 out. But I will say this. You have conversations with people, and it's first thing I ask is, who do you root for? Okay? And I get it. It's your school. But I will say this. When you're that even and you want to say the eye test, I think this team is better. Right? Miami and Notre Dame, they are right there. Strength of record, game control, strength of schedule. I think Notre Dame's 1 spot in strength of record and game control and 2 spots back in strength of schedule. I still hold that there is a more deserving factor.
Which is what?
They beat them. That's it. Like, you could give me their better team. Listen, we're all wrong. What? I try and make picks every week. Okay? When wrong, been right. 3-0 last week.
No
Thank
big deal.
God. Miami, Notre Dame, better team right now? I don't know. But I know, and I watched Miami beat them and lead for the whole game. And if you haven't seen it, ACC Network is replaying it every day. It's awesome.
They played them and they beat them. The end.
Yeah.
The end. What's the point in any of this? You can't get to the end and say, yeah, but I think they're better now. Well, then, cool. They weren't when they played.
I want somebody to tell me on an eye test, Oklahoma's better than Notre Dame.
I agree with that. I've said this for a month. Oklahoma's defense is fantastic. If they just keep getting these, there's a busted coverage bomb with under 5 minutes to go against LSU.
Question.
There's 3-0 in the middle of the second quarter against Missouri. Get an 80-yard touchdown. And then your defense plays great. Go ahead. What?
Moving on. Ohio State plays Indiana.
Yes.
How much would Indiana have to lose by to drop out of a bye?
They'd have to look hopelessly out over their skis and overmatched. Otherwise, their entire body of work says they get a home game. Get a bye. Excuse me. Not a home game. A bye.
Even though everybody wants a home game now after last year.
Right, because all the people that got buys got beat.
And everything was going to be fixed because they're going to give the 4 buys to the 4 best teams, not the coverage. Like, it's amazing the loopholes these 2 years have put in the committee. And I thought it was a good idea.
100%.
You know?
I know it's a good idea. That's what it should be. Last year, the reason the 4 lost in large part is because the people that got buys shouldn't have gotten buys because they weren't the 4 best teams. Now, give the 4 best the buys. They've earned them. What we're clearly doing now is complaining about the back end, just like we do with the bubble in the NCAA tournament. The difference is, I'll use Texas because I'm hearing myself talk here, and it makes it sound like I don't think they're good. No, I think they're really. I think that what they showed you against A&M is what the ceiling. They could be as good as anybody. If Texas got in, could they go on a run and win the playoff? They could. I believe they could.
Yeah, now they could.
Unlike the teams on the bubble in the NCAA tournament, they're not winning 6 games. They're not. You're arguing about who should be in the first 4 in Dayton or whatever. That that team is almost certainly not capable of winning 6 NCAA tournament games in basketball. But if we're talking Vandy, if we're talking Texas, if BYU didn't get in, are these teams capable of getting in and winning games? Yes, I believe they are. Because the differences in football clearly this year are pretty narrow on the from the middle to the back end of the 12 that are going to make it. So I understand and appreciate the hand wringing and the politicking. But it's just going to, at warp speed, get us to 16. And then the 4 will get buys. And then guess what will happen then? Then, I don't know, we could move down the list. Utah's got a complaint now, I suppose. I'm saying if
I got you.
If they were complaining about who's on the 16.
Oh, yeah.
Because do we even have enough to be complaining about that? Then we'd be complaining that USC should be in. And all we do is shift who we're bitching about. And that's what we've done here. 4 was better than 2. 12 is better than 4. But 12 also is, as we're clearly living in, a space where there's so many people that are very similar that you have to choose between something. And then everyone just picks the thing that they could say, well, now we're not going to do this because clearly all we need to do is just win games. Maybe not. Ask Miami. Is that all you need to do? Win games?
Going back and watch the Miami SMU game, they got a personal foul on a 4th down on a dead ball play. That's the play where Cristobal is saying you can't hear it. You can't hear the whistle.
Yep.
SMU went down, tied the game.
That happened.
What else you got, bud?
Whoa. Breaking news. Brian Hartline is going to be a head coach. South Florida.
Wow.
That is a wow.
He's the Ohio State wide receivers coach who became the offensive coordinator after Chip Kelly left and has been a master in recruiting. I think they just got another one today. I think it's 5 or 6 straight, maybe longer, number 1 receivers out of Texas.
Well, and they should. Their receiver room every year is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I mean, look, LSU through the years, we know you've had some dudes. Ohio State's the 1 seed in just depth of incredible talent at that position. It's a joke. So I'd seen folks in Penn State wondering if that would happen there. It's happening, but it's happening at South Florida. And guess what that means? That just means, I'm sorry to say it this way for the folks in Tampa, but your conference is you're the feeder for the next wave of big-time hires.
Yeah.
Look at it this year. Florida, Auburn, Arkansas, where do they turn? The American. Who's in it? I'm still stuck on everybody being mad. And then Feldman's tweet I can't get over. He did go to the U. I'd be pissed too. What else do I have? It's the best weekend in the NFL of games.
What week is it?
14. Only took 14 weeks.
Why is it good?
Because there are divisional games.
Oh.
Well, hold on now. You said in September you don't want them in September.
What, did we just go by October?
Evidently.
Good Lord. What a joke.
Well, Cowboys-Lions isn't a divisional game, but that starts us off Thursday. That's a gigantic game for both teams, neither of whom are currently in the playoffs. We do have Titans-Browns.
Yeah.
That's a poop down.
Locked in.
That's a poop down special.
Let me guess, Sunday, 1 o'clock?
It is.
Oh.
But don't complain.
Tarico didn't want that one?
Sunday 1, you got Steelers-Ravens.
Commanders, Vikings.
Are either of the Steelers and Ravens any good? I have no idea. Colts, Jaguars. You know what the Jags are going to do? Take it to the limit. They're not playing by the rules.
Wow, the Colts are favored?
Colts get a lot of respect in the at the window to the wall. Thanks to the folks, by the way, that no, you're welcome, I should say, to the folks that went online and found the man on the Metro singing "Get Low."
He changed seats. I forgot about that.
My favorite is after he does the first one and you think, I think he just maybe died. And then he has a second wind.
From the chorus in the back.
A second wind, just an amazing scene.
And the guy who is videoing his laugh is so good.
Because it's the most sincere laugh there is. They're
so good.
Because you could just feel the guy videoing it saying to himself, would you look at this drunk motherfucker? Continuing on the slate.
Yep.
Texans, Chiefs, red hot Texans. You know our buddy Sheehan locally? Shout out Kevin Sheehan. Smell test, by the way, is, I don't even know what it is. He's like 70%. His picks.
He should be able to retire.
I know he should just be tout. He says Texans win the Super Bowl. Like, okay, that's a hot take. Eagles Chargers are Monday nighter. Bengals Bills feels compelling with Joe Burrow back. He's gone up there and won. All this is to say, this is a gigantic week in the National Football League. Because there's a couple of teams.
December.
It is early December, but nevertheless, Steve wants to see some October.
How about November?
Either or. Just backload it.
It just shows how lucky the NFL is, too.
In what way?
All week, you're looking at that Sunday night game. You're like, oh, Lord. The Commanders, one of the most underachieving teams of the year, against Denver, who plays every close game. Are they really going to play a close game? One of the best games of the year.
You buy Denver?
Yeah.
Sean Payton said it. He said this is a Super Bowl team. I think you say that for your room to let your guys know, hey, I've done it. I see it in you. I believe in you. I think there's value in that for the group collectively. You keep winning close games. Yes. There's no negative to winning games. I start with that. It's obvious. I understand. I just hesitate when I see you win that way this often because I don't believe you can keep doing it. Look at Kansas City last year, 10-0 in one-score games. What's happened this year? They're 1-6 in one-score games. Well, Denver has trailed. They've won 9 straight games. Awesome. They've had to erase a deficit in every single one of them. Now you compare that with, say, the Patriots, who've won 10 in a row. Look at the way they won on Monday. They've played the easiest schedule, but they also won at Buffalo and they also won at Tampa. And in the NFL, no one is asking how or why or where. They're just asking how many. And those teams can say 11 and 10. And in the AFC, which is wide open, what else do you want?
Exactly. And when I look, my thing, though, with the Peyton thing, when him saying that we're a Super Bowl team, I think it is a direct message to his quarterback. Be like, hey, man, we got it. Don't mess it up. And that throw to Wagner the other night, holy hell. And when I say Wagner, I'm talking about Bobby Wagner, who plays for the other team.
54. He's a linebacker for Washington. He's going to have a gold jacket someday. That was as bad a throw as you can make.
And he does that. And I think it's a direct message. He plays off, and Collinsworth, people have their thoughts about him, whatever. I think he does a good job on the games, and he gets infatuated with things that he talked about Bo Nix being able to do everything. There isn't anything he can't do athletically. You got to do the simple things, especially when you get late in this season. So I look at that. But also, Scott, to your point about the Texans, and this is what's amazing about the Chiefs to me, and the Eagles are going through it now, is when you do this year after year, and I'm talking about going to Super Bowls. I'm talking about winning. I'm talking about playing the regular season and going through that tournament to get to Super Sunday. And this is why the NFL is at the highest level. You are having the best of the best, and I'm talking about coaching staffs. And you look at the sidelines and how many I go to Commanders practice. I can't imagine how many coaches there are that are paid. Every week, you have the best of the best picking you apart. How are we going to go about this? They do this on this down. Let's go back 3 weeks ago. They did this on this down. The best of the best. And I thought it really came to me when I was working, when we were in Bristol and the Patriots were going through the undefeated season, right? And you're like, we had Hall of Fame players and coaches diagramming stuff, where you could get New England at. Like, if those people could do it, the guys that are in it every week that know their personnel are going to get you. They're going to have a plan that is going to be an absolute pain in the ass. And so when I talk about the Chiefs and the Eagles, just for example, because that's who played in the Super Bowl last year, they've already done that. They know what it takes to offset everybody's best punch. Mm-hmm. And now with this, what's great about the fresh new faces, you point out, Denver overcoming adversity week after week. New England taking advantage of an opportunity and just putting teams away early on and worrying about themselves. They make it look easy, man. And I don't know, like, Pro Bowl used to be a thing. I don't know how many Pro Bowlers the Patriots are going to have. I know we don't play a game anymore and it's not all pro, but are they going to have any all pros? I don't know.
Greg May.
Yeah. Okay. But they have to do that this last 4 weeks and then in the tournament. And those groups, the Patriots, the Broncos, the Colts, in the NFC, the Bears, they're going to have to do that. And that's what makes this great.
I know that last week was Thanksgiving and we were all over the place, and that Friday was a prime game. If you're at the in-laws, maybe they don't have it. Who the hell knows? How do I get the prime? Do I have that? That Bears win in the link against the Super Bowl champs, and I understand that they, more than most good teams, live in this weird space where it's self-inflicted turmoil. Whatever. Bears went in there with a sledgehammer and ran it down their neck, which was eye-opening, because we get to the time of the year now where their defense lives in this bizarre space where they're bad, but they turn you over.
Mm-hmm.
And we had Bill Barnwell on SportsCenter a couple of weeks ago. He goes, "Look, that's a tough thing to keep trying to do."
Mm-hmm.
But conversely, on the offensive side with a quarterback that Ben Johnson made it clear, it's not that I don't believe him. I do. We want to improve the efficiency and yada, yada. You know what? You don't have to worry about the efficiency of your quarterback is when you hand it off to Swift and Monongai and you run it for 2, whatever it was. That kind of a win, December and January, if your defense can hold up and you can run it, that's worked forever, and it still does. That was telling to me. And, yeah, they've got to play Green Bay twice in 3 weeks starting this week. But Denver, New England, at some point, whether we thought they'd be this when the year started or not, is totally irrelevant. They are.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
And all these teams, that I've said it now for 10 times in different shows I've been on, I watched, in order, the Lions, the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Eagles on Thursday and Friday all lose games. All of them except Kansas City were at home. And I still believe all of them are good because I'm stubbornly hanging on to what I've seen them be in the past. But maybe this is just what they are now, and it might not be good enough. So while it's hard to buy perhaps Knicks or May at this early stage, year 2 for both of them, being ready to go dive in and win a bunch of playoff games, they're the ones that are going to be at home with a chance to do it. And these others are going to have a hell of a lot more work to do. All of this is to say that whether it's already happened or it's going to happen here shortly, these teams are going to wake up and have run out of time and run out of runway.
I look at the Ravens as being the most eye-opening because we've covered it plenty of starting off the season horribly. And everybody has chinks in the armor now with injuries and piecing guys together roster-wise. But their quarterback is not even close to the level that he's been at. And they're not going anywhere if he doesn't improve.
No, it's stunning. It's stunning. It's 3 weeks in a row that he hasn't had a touchdown pass. And talking about a multiple MVP. And he said it. He's like, I have got to be better after this loss to Cincinnati. And yeah, that's pretty clear. You're going to need to be better. The good news for them is they live in the right side of the street at the moment because their division's not any good. You got Pittsburgh folks screaming to fire Tomlin. Like that city, and I said this on SportsCenter. I said, look, I've obviously got a blind spot for him, but I'm not deaf. I can hear Pittsburgh. They've had it, man. They've lived in this place for a while where it's the same every year.
Yeah.
They're not bad, but they're not good. Or I should say not good enough to be great. And, hey, Red, what are we doing over there, bud? What do we got, Red? You chasing that little ball of treats around?
Oh, no. Oh, because he's trying to get it.
Red, come here.
He's getting at presents I have for you.
Oh.
This is from our buddy Cheese at Shadow Creek.
Oh, wow.
Got some gear.
Well, thank you, Cheese.
And our friends at the Army-Navy game. I'm not going to be on set with you.
I look like I have a Guardian cap on. I got a Guardian cap on. Happy holidays.
Oh, God.
Should I take this off? It's probably
I would. Oh,
no,
my God.
Come on.
You look like
Look
Rick,
at me.
You look like Lord Helmet in Spaceballs, Rick Moranis. That's exactly who you look like.
Moranis or Moranis?
Moranis.
I thought you said Moranis. Duh. We'll be right back. All right, hold on. Let me take this off. Thank you, Cheese. Army Navy.
Yep.
Love it.
For the boy, we made a new ball downstairs.
America's game. What's
There you
this? Wow. Oh, I got all kinds of gifts.
Yeah.
This is awesome. I got nothing
Red's
for
got
you.
a Diet Coke bottle.
Hey, Red, stop chewing the bottle, bud. We're trying to wrap things up. There you go. Take it in the back. Take it around back.
There you go.
There you go. Off you go. We've lost contain on the pod. Red, look at you all wound up. I got a bunch of goodies over here. Is this?
Yeah.
Oh, we got
Creek
Shadow Creek. That's got a what's the, in
Good
the
gear.
It's got a nice hand. That's what they say in the retail industry. Something like that. Oh, shout out to the guy down at the. He obviously was it's a different pod. They call it an award-winning listener, right?
Oh yeah,
we don't have those.
Kings.
This is just a guy that clearly listened because I was down in Florida and he's like, got great suit. Velcro can. I said, yeah. He goes, no mechanicals getting down here? And I'm thinking, oh, this guy's, keep him coming. You're going to hit me with all of the, it just makes you, proves that somebody's out there listening, as we've learned with the numbers from September, October, November. Thank you. I mentioned, Red, don't eat the gift. You keep your poise, Red. Remember when I sat here and I bitched about the draft grade I got? I said I got like a D or an F or something.
Yeah.
I'm 1-12 in a league. 1-12. You have any idea how hard that is to do?
You love it.
Borderline impossible.
That won't phase you.
1-12. F. I'm not complaining about draft grades ever again. I'm shaking. My poise is gone.
You kicked out of the league? Relegated?
I should be. I'm just so glad that's not one of those leagues where you have to do some ridiculous thing if you're the worst team, because I would have.
You just have to pay $1 million entry fee. That's
a whole different deal. $1 million league. That league might be all right for a playoff berth. Don't know for sure. Red, this is annoying. This is annoying. Enough. Stop. It was a big college hoops night last night on a random Tuesday in December. High level.
ACC's back. Maybe.
Kentucky looks shaken. Carolina got them late. The Florida Duke game was high level. Boogie Flan made some big time buckets for Florida to give them the chance, but then Duke had an answer.
Yeah. Impressive
Evans
shot
hit the shot, right?
Boozer made the three before that.
Yeah, but then
Evans made the big off the pick and roll, pick and pop, whatever you want to call it. Dame didn't really play. I didn't understand. I was in and out trying to swim practice the whole thing. Caught the last call. I was dialed into South Carolina and Virginia Tech. Really good game.
You love that Virginia Tech team.
I do. A lot of DMV boys. Hammond, point guard for PVI. Lord Helmet. That's your Christmas card.
Guardian cap.
Look at him.
Thanks to Cheese. Go see Cheese at Shadow Creek. Ask for him. He's the best.
He's got the hookup.
He knows where stuff's at.
Yeah.
So you were watching that?
Yeah, it was good. I had
overtime game.
Yeah, it was great.
It used to be ACC Big Ten, and then Big Ten said to ESPN, and so we said, all right, we'll come up with a new thing.
Yeah, we had UConn on ESPN last night. I couldn't believe it.
Kansas can't shoot at all. Now, granted, they don't have their best player out there, but that's I was just concerned by the lack of anyone on the court that could make a bucket for them.
I just look at them once the Big 12 starts.
Right?
That league is deep.
Deep.
Is there anybody left, or did everybody play last night?
I don't know. Syracuse beat Tennessee. I know you hate them.
We got it.
Give them credit.
I am. Great job.
You
won. You just came off losing 3 in a row.
Yeah,
good job.
Well, they beat the ranked Tennessee team, and you're over here giving me the.
We're going to hear enough about it. USC.
With no Rodney Rice. Went to Oregon.
I can't believe Baker Mazzara didn't miss a shot at
What's
the
he,
end.
30?
I don't know. Buddy from UConn, Caravan. I mean, he was going in the draft 3 years ago.
But he's just a freshman that was on a great team that had a specific skill they needed, and so you've known his name for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. There's some loopholes out there. We got some teams. Maryland played Gonzaga, lost by 1 million. But like Gonzaga's median age, they're older than the Thunder. You got a bunch of 25-year-olds. This was the thing with COVID, and then we got extra years. Now you just got people that are literally in their mid-20s that are just in college. They've normalized it.
You played last night?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know. Is that on B1G Plus?
No, it was on regular. Big
Monumental? Patsos?
No, Big Ten regular. Big Ten regular.
What? Can I see tonight's schedule?
Not as good as last night's.
Did Purdue cover?
They did. They went to
we got Big Ten.
They went to the rack and gave it to Rutgers.
I'll be watching UCLA, Washington.
Late night.
You got anything else?
I mean, you know us. We could talk forever. I got an appointment I have to go to.
Oh, everything all right?
I'm fine. Just regular, check the tire.
I got a question.
Check the oil. Check the tires.
I got a question.
I'm here for it.
Nose hair.
Yes.
It grows like weeds.
Okay.
Have you entertained the thought of waxing your nose hair?
Here we go.
I'm asking a serious question because I'm going to do it.
Okay, I've seen the videos where they put the
I'm
thing
pretty
in
sure
there.
Neil used to do it.
The fact that my guy Neil would have gone to a spa for his nasal hair.
I think he brought it in for the makeup girls to do it at ESPN.
He might have done it.
Box.
Just get the box. I've seen the videos where they look like cake pops up your nose, and then they pull it out, and there's like, if you've got a lot of it, and there's like a small hunk of your brain on it, which is a little bit concerning. No, I haven't done it, and I won't do it. However, you could get a little groomsman thing, but I'll tell you, you hear it. And youngsters, just let me tell you right now, if you're listening and you're repulsed, stick around, okay? Because what will happen as you become elderly, in my case, he's not quite there yet, hair just starts growing out of your ears and out of your nose, and it stops growing on your head. It's really kind of an outrageous fuck you from the universe. But that's what happens. And then you can get these nose hair trimmers, and if you shove it in there, you'll hear and that tricks you into thinking that it's kind of doing the job. And it kind of does. But then you look, and there's this one nose hair that's like 7 inches long that it didn't get. And you figure the people, we're tall people, they're looking at you going, look at this bozo with a hair sticking out of his nose. Sort that out.
Correct.
You're going to go do it.
I'm going to go do it. I don't want them going up into my brain. I just want where you could see. Every week I get the game, and it's like, well, guess you need a trim, huh? I'm like, I don't know what to do because I pluck them, It hurts like hell.
Makes your eyes bleed.
But then you get one where it like becomes an ingrown hair and you have your nose, you look like Rudolph or you Monday night in New England. Right?
Now we're deep into the weeds. You get the internal nose zit.
Oh, God.
From an ingrown hair or from a hair that you pull, now you got an inner nose zit. Top 15 pain you can have. Maybe top 10.
I've broken my nose. It's that split second, or I should say that touching of it is awful. And it feels like you have a clown nose on.
It does. And you try to figure out how you could, is there a way I can like, attack it to pop it, and you can't.
It's so bad. And it'll make you cry worse than watching The Notebook.
It's all true. And youngsters.
If I say it's great, will you do it?
Maybe.
Okay.
How do they do it in such a way that when the stuff grows back, that you're not going to just have all the ingrowns and the internal nose zit?
That's what I was thinking of. But I'm doing it. I'm so tired of it. It's the end of the season.
Where do you get it done?
I asked the wife at the salon, I said, can you ask them if they will wax my nose?
I feel like that's one of those things that when you walk in there, you're going to be all...
Here's the guy.
You're going to be like when you had the fake ID and you walked into 7-Eleven, you were going to buy beer and you're just so nervous to do it because you just get hot-faced and sweaty butt and you're like, oh, this is bad.
Yeah.
This is bad. It might not work. Oh, God, what do I do if it doesn't? You're going to walk into the salon and be like Chappelle, hey, man, hey, you got any of that nose wax? For your man.
Also, I was thinking when you go back in the chair and they do the thing, it's all of a sudden like 6 heads. About how are we doing this? Are you going to do this, that? But yeah, I was just thinking like some.
And you're famous, so they're all going to come back and be like, "Is that guy from that thing?"
Stop.
Yeah, he's got some.
But
he's got nose weeds, bro.
You don't have to go all the way, just right where you could see.
Here's what I know about our listeners. They're going to help you. They're going to tell you what to do.
It might already be done.
But you've already solicited? You've crowdsourced this?
I'm looking. Yeah, I promise I got to figure out travel when I'm getting back next week, but I don't think I'm going to get it done this week. Got to leave tomorrow. Atlanta, if you got anybody Friday, I'm available.
If I know anything about Atlanta, it's that they definitely have a spot where you can go get yourself.
Okay.
Sure. Was that crazy bar? I always ask, the one Spencer took you to.
Oh, that's the Church's one.
Yeah.
I like Northside Tavern better. Northside Tavern, just a guy playing guitar, smokes a pack of cigarettes in an hour.
It's fun.
They don't close.
And right next to that is the Nose Waxateria.
No, definitely. It's on its own little peninsula.
Little hemp store.
Northside Tavern.
Get you a dispensary, nose waxing, maybe a little pizza shop, and then that bar.
I'll tell you what, though. These dispensaries.
Yeah?
Norman, Oklahoma, and Eugene, Oregon. Buddy.
They had the good stuff?
I don't know. They're just line out the door. And they're everywhere.
They must have the good stuff.
Yes, I don't do that.
Get your mind right, then go get the nose done. I saw a guy that I'm just telling you, it was horrific, the aftermath. And then you're asking yourself, why am I watching this? No, not gummies, nose wax, dude.
Oh, really? Oh, don't tell me that.
It'll be fun. Okay,
I'm gonna do it.
I have to go. I'm not getting my nose waxed. I wish I were. After Steve does it, we'll get the report, and then
one other thing.
Oh wait,
real quick.
No, it's fine.
Guys that wear visors in the freaking freezing cold, you have to just admit that it's a superstition. You have to, because it's the dumbest thing in the world. Visors were made for the hot air to get out of your head when you're playing golf, you're outside, whatever. Bald guy visor, we've covered this, not a good look. But when it's 20 degrees, I'm telling you, Jack, pull up Moranis. Lord Helmet, Spaceballs.
I like Guardian Cap much better. I think I look.
Oh, wait till you see it, because you have.
I know.
You have.
I know what Rick Moranis looks like in
that one, bottom right there. Look at the.
Happy holidays, happy holidays. Steve is getting his nose waxed.
What channel's Holly?
I don't know. Just put it. You'll find it. Put it in a holiday search and you'll find it.
Kelly Clarkson.
The visor thing doesn't bother me. It's superstition.
You don't wear hats though, especially not on TV in 25-degree weather.
Certainly not. Certainly not, because I'm not playing by the rules. That's another video. Everybody knows that passionate Jaguar lady fan, right?
You are Lord Helmet.
Lord Helmet? All right.
Dark Helmet, whatever his name is.
As
they were supposed to come out with Spaceballs 3, The Search for 2, way back when.
In post-production. We're just doing the voiceovers, doing the voice dubs. I have to go.
All right.
Thanks to Steve for derailing things at the end as mandated by God. We're not doing Saturday night? We're doing,
no.
When are we doing
it? Sunday?
Morning?
After the show. Rankings. We're going to have the bowl set.
I think I can.
When are you leaving? Monday morning?
Yeah.
The long one, buddy.
It is. I guess.
Will you have an In-N-Out burger this time?
If it's before late night.
It's 9 o'clock when we get off. You can't eat at 9?
Why can't we just do it when we get there? Come on, buddy.
All right.
I guess Sunday, what time is the show on?
Noon.
Noon to 1?
Noon at 3. But I think they're doing the playoff right off the get.
I guess as soon as the playoff rankings are done, we'll do it. Is that it? Sunday?
You want? Oh, no flag?
Flag Saturday.
Still?
Championship weekend.
Oh, we're in.
No. Playoffs, not championships yet.
Everybody got in, I bet.
I mean, they're all gunning for we get the 1 seeds are the Falcons and the Packers. So, Steelers, I beg your pardon. Get some.
Not in real life.
Oh, but at St. John's Preparatory School Saturday morning. Buckle up.
All right.
Bye. See you Sunday.